Good morning. Today, I wanted you to discuss the topic group technology. So, coming to the group technology, so you should know what is meant by group technology, let and all. Let me define you what is group technology. Later, we'll go for the various contents in that. Group technology is a manufacturing philosophy on which the similar parts are identified and grouped together. So, why in this the similar parts are identified and grouped together means here the main intention is to take the advantage of their similarities in the design and the production. So, when the various parts are identified and grouped together to take advantage of their similarities in the design and the production, we call that it as a group technology. So here the various parts are identified or arranged into the part families there. So that's the reason why I've given you the various contents as the introduction, part families, and later how these part families are divided. So they can be divided with the help of the part classification and the coding. So we'll see the introduction for your the group technology. As you know, we have the various types of the production, the job, batch, and your mass production. Basically, it is estimated to the most common form of the production in United States consists about 50% of the total manufacturing activity. So that's the reason why it is important to make the batch manufacturing as a very efficient as productive as possible, so that what happens, you can bring your output with a very good accuracy there. So an approach is directed to bring out these objectives to make your batch manufacturing very efficient and productive. That approach we call it as what group technology. Famously, we also call it as the GT here. So we will see how it will be done and everything. Actually, this group technology was first used by the Professor Mitrofanov in the early 1950s. So it's, as I told you earlier, it is a manufacturing philosophy in which the similar parts are identified and grouped together. Why? Because they wanted to take the advantage of their similarity in the design and the production. So the similar parts are arranged into the part families where each part family will be possessing of a similar design and the manufacturing characteristics. So coming to the two major tasks and which you have, which is very important to do in case of the group technology, or in which we have the different obstacles for the applications of the GT. What are those two tasks means? The first one is your identifying the part families, and the second one is your rearranging the production machine into the machine cells. So what is part family? See here, whether you have a various kinds of the products will be there. So depending upon the similarities, you are going to make it me one family there. So that we call it as an identifying the part families. As you are seeing on the screen, if you have 1,000 different parts are there, depending upon the part drawings, depending upon the manufacturing attributes. So you are going to make it of a particular family, or you are dividing those all parts into among the different kinds of the families. Coming to the second one, rearranging the production machines into the machine cells. So you have, it is a very time consuming and also very costly to plan and accomplish the rearrangement. So suppose I'll tell you one example. We wanted to first go the machine under the lathe, the workpiece under the lathe, later your milling and the drilling. So when you arrange your machines into the machine cell, say suppose you have your first lathe, then your drilling and the milling. So this kind of the arrangement will be of in a first cell, and other kind of the arrangement. So after all this operation, what are the remaining operations that you wanted to perform? That will be make it into the second cell. So that what happens every time this kind of rearrangement will be seen, and you can easily carry out your objective. So coming to the substantial benefits of the companies, what are the substantial benefits of your GT or the group technology? So when you group everything into depending upon the part families and your machine cells, what happens here means it will promote the standardization of your tooling, fixturing and setup. So when you have the specific machine cells, you go for a good standard tools, and also the fixturing. What is fixturing means? You're holding your work parts that we call it as your fixtures. That is the first thing. Coming to the second point, material handling here is reduced because there will be the shortest distance travel between the machine to machine, but because the rearrangement has been done already here. So coming to the third point, the process planning and the production scheduling are also simplified, but because first you are going to identify the what is the path of the production, later you are arranging your machines depending upon the scheduling, so that what happens, everything will be the simplified here. So due to this, the setup times will be reduced, which result in the lower manufacturing lead times. So what is the lead time? Means the conversion of your raw material to the finished product, that we call it as what ma lead time. So when you have all the arrangement is in a perfect manner, then finally what happens, your lead time will also be reduced. Then working process is also reduced. What is working process, ma? What is the actual time? Suppose that particular machine, the workpiece will demands for a 5 to 10 minutes to undergo your machining operation on the lathe machine. So when you go for the other machine, if your machines are perfectly arranged, then what happens, the working process and the setup time will also be reduced there. So when you have a very specified on the scheduled manner for performing your production or the manufacturing operation, obviously there will be very good worker satisfaction will be there for the workers, and the high quality work also can be accomplished using your group technology. Coming to the part families here. So what is a part family? As I told you, when you have the similar kind of the geometric shape or the size, or else you have the similar kind of the processing steps in order to accomplish for the manufacturing of a particular object, so that we call it as a part family. So here we have the two different cases, ma. The first cases will be the, if you have the same kind of the dimensions, then also we can call it as a similar part family, or else if you have the same kind of the manufacturing steps, so then also we can call it as a similar kind of your the part family here. So coming to the next one, so you can see here, I'm telling you the two different things. The first one is your the two parts of your identical shape and the size, but different manufacturing requirements. You can see the first one, we have the different kind of the metal, and the second one also you have the different kinds of the metal. So this we call it as the one kind of the part families. And coming to the you, even though you have the different kinds of the different dimension size, but your manufacturing process will be a similar. So this also we can consider as another kind of the part family. So coming to your the group technology layout. So what happens to here the group technology layout? So here you can see the first we have the receiving will be there. So in the receiving, it can goes for your the turning. TURN means your turning, milling, turning machine. So again, turning, milling, and the drilling, you go for the assembly. Then you can go for your milling, drilling, grinding. Again, you can go for the assembly. The same thing here, the turning, milling, drilling, grinding, assembly, milling, turning, drilling, grinding, assembly. So again, after making your assembly, then you can straight away goes for your shipping. So what I mean to say you he say you is here means, so after turning, instead of finding out which operation you have to do and where you have to go, first you have to arrange the sequence of your machining operations like this, and you're going for various kinds of operation performing on the workpiece. Finally, you have your assembly and then it goes for your shipping. So arranging your machines, arranging your resources according to your production schedule, that grouping, that we call it as what ma group technology here. So coming to the group technology layout, so this results. So what are the benefits you have by using your group technology layout? The first one is your reduced material handling. Why we have reduced material handling means you have a sequence of operations which are arranged properly here. So that's the reason why we have the reduced material handling, lower setup time, and less in process inventory, the shorter lead time, and the low cost. So when you have the proper schedule and when you have your the proper arrangement of the machines together, finally what happens? Everything will undergo very smoothly in a no time. So which reduces the cost as well as your the manufacturing the lead time. So coming to the part family information, so how you can divide your the part families into various kinds of your groups. That means how the grouping can be possible, how the grouping can be done. So we have the three different methods for that. The first one is your visual inspection. Second one, parts classification and coding. Third one is your the production flow analysis. All the three methods are time consuming and involve the analyze of much data. So that's the reason why you're going for using the trained personnel. So I'll tell you how it happens and everything. So first one is visual inspection. Without having any touching or any grouping or any without having any information about its manufacturing things, by seeing itself you're going to identify so how the what are the similar kind of the parts and how you can group them together. It all depends upon the skill and experience of your person. So coming to the part classification and the coding. So in this you will give the code to the various parts depending upon the manufacturing process they will undergo, and also depending upon the dimensions they have. So by this you will give the different kinds of the codes that we have the part classification and coding. So depending upon this coding, well, then comes your production flow analysis. So in this, what production process has to be carried out after which production process, this we call it as your the production flow analysis. So coming to the first method, the visual inspection. As you know, it is very least sophisticated and least expensive method. So here what happens means it involves the classification of the parts by looking physically the parts, or else by taking the photographs and arranging the groups depending upon their similar features. And generally it is considered to be the very least accurate, but because by seeing it maybe appears as a similar, but when you keenly observe, when you touch it, it may differ here depending upon the finishing operation and depending upon the dimensions we have. But it is a very fast and simple kind of the method. So but it is not a very it does not give the very good kind of the accuracy here. So coming to the part classification and coding, it is another kind of the method in order to do your part family. And but it is a very time consuming by because you have to analyze and each and every method of production what the part will undergo, and you have to code depending upon the dimensions and depending upon the type of the operations you are going to perform. Then depending on the similarities between the classification and the coding, you are going to group them into the part families. So coming to the benefits of the group technology, you can say I've listed the various kinds of the benefits of the group technology here. So the first one is it facilitates the formation of the part families and the machine cells. So what is the difference between the part families and the machine cell? So part families is the grouping of the parts depending upon the similarities or design and the manufacturing attributes. The machine cell or the grouping of the different kinds of the manufacturing operations that you are going to perform. That is about the first point. Coming to the second one, it permits the quick retrieval of the designs, drawings, and the process plans. So what? Because whenever you wanted to group together, you can easily identify what kind of the defect is there in the design so that you can easily retrieve those things. So third one, it reduces the design duplication. Why? Because you will be scheduling each and every kind of the operation before itself. When the scheduling is done perfectly, there will be no question of making your duplication. Then it provides the reliable workplace statistics. That means how much efficiency you can do by this kind of the GT method, and what will how many number of the products that you can manufacture after this kind of the GT. That all we call it as your the provides reliable workplace statistics. And coming to the fifth kind of the benefit, it facilitates accurate estimation of your machine tool requirements and logical machine loadings. So what is the machine tool requirements? I already told you, show it, what is the kind of the GT layout. So in order to perform or in order to make one machine cell, how many number of the lathe machines you need, the turning, milling, every requirement is done before the starting of the production operation itself, so that you will have a clear idea about how much machine tools you need, how much accuracy of that machine tools you need there. So coming to the sixth point, it permits rationalization of the tooling setups, reduces setups, and reduces production throughout time. Since we have the all the machines continuously, so there will be no waiting time and there will be no tooling setup because everything is done ready made. The only thing is the machine has to be carried forward on the various kinds of the machine tools to undergo the machining operation. Seventh one, which we already discussed, it allows rationalization and the improvement in the tool design. And the next one is it aids production planning as well as your the scheduling procedures also. And since we have done everything in the pre itself, so why we it improves the cost estimation and facilitates the cost accounting procedure also. And it provides for the better machine tool utilization and better use of tools, fixtures, and the manpowers. So similarly, it facilitates the NC part programming. So coming to the limitations of the GT. So problems of identifying the part families among the many components produced by the plant, it's a very quite difficult thing. But because you have a huge number of the products, you have to identify what kind of the product comes under the what kind of the group. So it basically depends upon the skill of your or the experience of your the operator. Since we have to identify the grouping of the products or the similar kind of the products among the very huge number of the products, it is very time consuming and expensive process. The expenses of the parts classification and coding is also high when compared to the remaining two methods, that is the production flow analysis and next is your visual inspection. And the rearranging the machines to the appropriate machine cells depending upon your scheduling of operation is also quite difficult thing after each and every production operation. So these are about the limitations of the GT. So now I will summarize my topic like this. In this presentation, I've told you about the GT. So what is the GT or how you can define the GT means it is a manufacturing philosophy in which the similar parts are identified and grouped together to take the advantage of their similarities in design and the production. That is about the thing. Later, I told you about the three different kinds of your GT methods. The first one is your visual inspection, which is not more accurate. And second one, I told you about part classification and coding, which is very accurate, but it is a time consuming and expensive process. And the last thing is the production flow analysis. In this, the grouping is done based upon the type of the manufacturing process they will undergo in the transformation from raw material to the finished product. Later on, I told you about the various benefits of the GT. I explained you about the layout of the GT and finally the limitations of your GT. Thank you.